This is for entertainment purposes only.
I'm guessing you've all seen the videos about how our timelines are messed up. Like how it doesn't make sense in my brain that Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. But there's so many more of these weird history overlaps that I want to share with you today.
If World War III started tomorrow, how many people will survive? Go get your water, go get your food, go get your candy, build your underground bunker. Don't go outside. I just want to say fear is a hell of a drug. Once again, when these people come on TV and make speeches like this, you have to understand they are not talking to us. They are talking to them.
Thanks for tuning into another episode of Quik Reaction TV, the coolest vibe on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and rock the bell for new releases. Join the Quik fam, it's free and helps the channel grow. I've got a crazy selection today. Let's get to it. Quik!
No one has ever solved this mystery to this day. In 1947, an American ship picked up a distress signal from an unidentified vessel. The first transmission was all officers, including the captain, are dead. The next transmission was the whole crew is dead, and the last one was I die. After that, it went silent. So the Americans trace the signal, and it's a ship that is drifting off in the middle of the Indian Ocean. They assemble a rescue team and go to board the ship. Once on board, they find that every single crew member has died in the exact same position. They have a look of terror on their face, and they all have their arms up as if they're trying to shield themselves from something. Not only that, but all bodies on the ship were decomposing at an extremely rapid rate. And although it was around 100 degrees outside, the ship was 40 degrees. The Americans decide the best thing to do is just tow the ship in for evidence. After they tied the line, smoke started to billow from inside of the vessel. The Americans all ran and jumped overboard. And then the ghost ship exploded so powerfully that it sent it flying into the air. And as soon as it hit the water, it sank, erasing all of the evidence.
Damn! National state of emergency has just been declared after a mysterious ship of unknown origins ran aground and started leaking massive amounts of oil. No one tell America. Emergency workers in Trinidad and Tobago are scrambling to clean up the oil, but the strange thing about this whole situation is that no one knows where this ship has come from, who it belongs to, how it capsized, or even what it was carrying. People are now just referring to it as the ghost ship. In fact, when it was sighted on Wednesday, the government said that the ship was sailing under an unidentified flag, and it made no emergency calls before overturning, which suggests that there wasn't anyone even on board. And because we know so little and there's been hardly any media coverage, people have started going wild with speculation online. But the worst part is that this oil has turned white sand and crystal clear water into black sludge, and it has damaged a number of reefs. This is a massive blow to the island's economy, which depends on tourists, resorts, and hotels during Carnival.
It's an evil world we live in, but hey, I'm gonna keep living.
You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be hunky-dory in the next 20 years. I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans. That's why we are preparing for a conflict with Russia and the terror groups, if it comes to it, if they attack us. We're not seeking any conflict. But if they attack us, we have to be ready.
Gotta catch this straight. That's tough. She should have wore a vest. I gotta leave her on 1 HP.
Did you guys hear what NATO just said? And before I play this video, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. But take a listen, y'all.
That we today announced the kickoff of Exercise Steadfast Defender 2024, which commences next week and runs through May. Steadfast Defender 24 will be the largest NATO exercise in decades, with participation from approximately 90,000 forces from all 31 allies, plus our good partner, Sweden. The alliance will demonstrate its ability to reinforce the Euro-Atlantic area via transatlantic movement of forces from North America. This reinforcement will occur during a simulated emerging conflict scenario against a near-peer adversary. Steadfast Defender 24 will be a clear demonstration of our unity, our strength, and our determination to protect each other, protect, of course, our values and the rule.
Steadfast Defender 24 is the largest NATO exercise in decades, with 90,000 participants coming from 31 countries, including Sweden. Why did he have to throw Sweden in there? So I don't know what this is all about, but this is running until May, you guys. But obviously something is going on. And again, don't be alarmed, you guys, because yeah, this has to happen anyways.
Stop. What do you mean by that?
Now let's have a real talk. We know that this veil is getting thinner and thinner and paranormal activity is picking up, right? Somebody caught a shadow creature outside taking a stroll behind their truck at night. And see, now people are not getting what we're saying, that this veil is thinning and more paranormal activity is starting to pick up. Are y'all seeing this? And as these realms keep colliding, we're going to start seeing more and more activity just like this. And I don't know about y'all, but I done seen this in person. I thought I was crazy. But these shadow creatures are starting to pop out. Let's run this back one more time. Y'all look at this shadow creature. Y'all are not crazy when y'all seeing this. Some people might call y'all crazy, but they're not understanding that we got multiple dimensions and realities that's colliding with each other. We about to go into some strange times.
Oh, hell no! If World War III started tomorrow, how many people will survive? Go get your water, go get your food, go get your candy, build your underground bunker, don't go outside. I just want to say fear is a hell of a drug. Once again, when these people come on TV and make speeches like this, you have to understand, they are not talking to us, they are talking to them. They use the media platforms to send subliminal messages to each other. But by the time we get that message, we all are living in fear. They told us the monster was coming to get us ever since we was little. We are still afraid of the same monster. There is no monster under the bed. There is no monster in the closet. It's all BS. There are so many people waiting for this to take place. It will not take place. Did you know that you can be in the world but not of the world at the same time? This will be reality to some people, but it don't have to be your reality. It's a reason why all these clear quartz was breaking through the planet. She is trying to talk to us. Crystals is the best way to communicate with us because we have crystals or a pineal gland inside of our head. The frequencies or the vibration of this planet is so high right now. Everyone is becoming crystals or Christ-like beings. But so many people are worried about this in the background and they are forgetting about the greatest connection we have, which is the planet. Did you know that all cities are actually connected to the matrix? There is a supercomputer under every city we live in. All cities are circuit boards controlled by artificial intelligence. If you want to know how to escape this, get out of the city. Nature is the only thing that can protect us. As long as you are living in the cities, you won't be protected. Check out the ebook if you want to know more about the circuit city matrix. Remember, we never was at war with no one. They are always at war. Somehow, some way, we always attach ourselves to the BS. Remember, you can shift your reality. You don't have to be in the matrix. We choose to be in the matrix because we know nothing else. They've been telling us the same story for thousands of years. And every time they tell us the same story, we think it's real. It's not real. They don't create reality. They give us ideas so we can create reality for them. But they know that their game is over. So while their game is over, we gotta learn how to play our own game. Don't get caught up in the BS because we're going to lose because they're losing. Don't be connected to the BS.
That boy is good.
Smash the like button and comment on the clips thus far.
And you see every country there, they're doing some type of research. It's a no-war zone. And also, whose research facilities down there? A place that is not a country. It's called the Rockefeller Foundation. They have their own research facility down there as well. What are they researching? Who are they researching? Who are they talking to? You got to remember, Buzz Aldrin from the Apollo missions, he was down there a few years ago, and something scared him. He actually made a tweet that said, "We are facing the ultimate evil." So something that he saw down there with what they were doing, who they were communicating with, gave him the inkling that we were facing something very evil. And he tweeted that, and then they rushed him out of there and they made him delete the tweet. But by then, millions of people had already screenshotted it. It was too late. And they said, "Oh, he's just sick." It sounded like you just want him to shut up.
If you see someone with a face like this, run as fast as you can and don't look back.
Oh shit. Huh?
Please help me. What? What's wrong with you?
But before showing you the end of this video, I advise you to check if your phone is not being spied on by clicking here then on more. If you see this app, delete it immediately. So, John was driving home late at night when suddenly a woman with a distorted and barely recognizable face appeared in the middle of the road. Forcing him to stop, she claimed that something had taken her son. Fam, her terror was real. Her voice trembled with every word. John was shocked, paralyzed by uncertainty about how to respond.
Oh shit.
Observing her strange deformed features, he realized she was more than just a desperate mother, but something much more sinister. Unbeknownst to him, this woman was the host of a sinister entity. John.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
What game is Rockstar famous for making? San Andreas. Now, after you figure out what game Rockstar made, I want you to think about what movie The Rock starred in. Well, would you look at there? Rockstar San Andreas. Now, I wonder if that's just a coincidence. Now, if Rockstar gave us San Andreas and The Rock starred in San Andreas, whose fault is it? Well, if you've been paying attention, it's San Andreas' fault. And if you look here, you'll see that it's cracking. It's breaking. And pay attention, this is Santos Flores. And where was Los Santos at? That's right, San Andreas by Rockstar. Do y'all see how intricately they have put this together? It's been on our face the entire time. They have shown it to us, and we haven't caught it. Well, that's at least up until now. Somebody was thinking when they did this.
Leave that dope alone.
You haven't.
He needs to leave that dope alone.
Check this out. This is insane.
I hadn't tapped it, I hadn't inserted it, I hadn't swiped it, and then all of a sudden, out comes the receipt, and I said, how did this get paid for?
The cashier couldn't explain it.
She stood there literally just sort of blank. I really thought that the guy ahead of me, that he had been charged. I said, somebody paid for this on a credit card somewhere.
Turns out the tap-to-pay card reader at Safeway had ignored the debit card in Edgar's hand. Instead, it reached into Edgar's back pocket,
Oh, that's
threw
crazy.
his wallet, and charged his Bank of America credit card tucked inside.
That's
a
insane.
pretty big reach. I mean, around me or through me to my wallet. Why didn't it grab the card that was near it? How did it decide what to grab?
I was shocked. I was like, well, it can't be.
Sonia Cesare says it happened at a doctor's office.
I went to pay, and they said, you're already paid. And I said, I haven't inserted my card. I haven't even taken it out of my wallet.
Turns out the card reader there had sent radio waves into her purse and charged her credit card without her knowing it. And that wasn't all. Sonia got an even bigger surprise at a little shop.
The woman said, oh my, it's just read 3 cards.
The store's tap-to-pay system charged not only 1, but 3 credit cards tucked in a wallet inside her purse.
I'd say I was 2 feet away at that point, for sure.
That's
All
wild,
charges
man.
were reversed, but it was troubling. I love it. Technology, huh?
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Scary things caught on camera that you weren't meant to see. Jenna and Jesse are 2 hosts of a well-liked YouTube channel. One day, they both decide, along with a close friend, to explore an abandoned prison, but what they find will shock you. At about 11.5 minutes into the video, a shadowy figure appears behind Jesse. Take a look.
To see if he did. So just so you know. And we did a seance.
It echoes so.
This is already creepy, but what would make it creepier is that this could be the shadow of a real person, even though the prison is abandoned. Let me know what you think in the comments and follow so you don't miss more stories.
I'm guessing you've all seen the videos about how our timelines are messed up. Like how it doesn't make sense in my brain that Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. But there's so many more of these weird history overlaps that I want to share with you today. And you already know that if you love the dark and spooky, you'll love the podcast. This one really got me, but Ruby Bridges, the first Black child to attend an all-white school, is still alive. And she's not even 70 years old yet. John Tyler, the 10th president of the United States, had a grandson that died in 2020. Charlie Chaplin and Ludacris, alive at the same time. Harriet Tubman was born in Thomas Jefferson's lifetime and died in Ronald Reagan's lifetime. This one is absolutely the craziest to me, but Betty White was born 7 years before Anne Frank. And T-Rexes were around closer to humans than to stegosauruses. Basically, they were around closer to iPhones than to other dinosaurs. And last but not least, Helen Keller died the year Tony Hawk was born.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
So what do I mean by the secret spells of the English language? Well, let me share with you what I call our premier life sentence. And it goes something like this. We awake each morning and go off during the weekdays to earn the living at various jobs and undertakings until we come to the weekend. And this seems perfectly acceptable to most people. However, more people die between 6 and 9 on a Monday morning than any other time of the week. So I do what I call a translation of the English language, and I spell that Trance, with the idea that words cast spells. So when you translate that life sentence, you remember that a wake is a funeral party for the dead. Mourning is the state you're in when you attend a wake. And you would have to be in a weekdays to earn the living, since urns are for the ashes of the dead. We call our jobs undertakings. Job itself is a Hebrew word for persecuted. And what we get at the end of this perverse bargain with life is the weak end of the deal, as we become progressively weakened ourselves. And so our most prevalent greeting to each other is hello, the reverse of which is, oh, hell. And at first, I suspected the hands of collusion entangling the language to foster illusion. And I think it's quite true that a culture's theology has a great deal to do with a word's etymology and how it evolves over time to combine incompatible meanings that may undermine the original thoughts it was meant to define. But now, I don't think it's planned, for the thing that I've found is that like concepts can gravitate toward the same sound and vibrate at the rate that our thoughts designate. Because words are electromagnetic vibrations whose fine alphabetic tintinnabulations can take on the tint of our true expectations, which they then imprint on our metal of mind, causing sounds to adhere when they're of the same kind.
Okay.
If you made it this far, I appreciate you all. Subscribe, like, and join the Quik fam. Comment your thoughts on today's video. Share this video with friends and family. Enjoy another good selection appearing now. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Quik.